Wow,
Can you
great.
introduce about yourself also?
Of course. My name is Anand Raj. I belong to Darbhanga, Bihar. As far as my academic career is concerned, I have done MSc in chemistry. I run an institute, Read and Achieve classes. So I'm the founder and director of Read and Achieve classes. Yeah, these are my kind of work and academic backgrounds. If I talk about my hobbies, then I love to travel. I love to play cricket. I love to roam around because I love nature. So sometimes I just roam around in nature. That's all about me.
It's your curiosity to discover or to explore the world is in your hobby, is included in your hobby.
Yeah, it is. Like my
It's
hobbies,
very good.
yeah, like I love to roam around. Sometimes, I love to roam without any purpose. I don't have any purpose, but I'm just roaming around. I'm passing by, people or trees, birds, animals. I love that. And sometimes
You are
it gives me
curious
vibe that,
about the you are curious about the natural world and you love to spend time with the people without any purpose. It seems that sometimes you take leave from the artificial reality or the artificial world and you just love to roam about in the world, in the
yeah,
vicinity or in the surrounding of yours.
yes, I do. I do. As you told, you are holding so many degrees and so many, medals and everything. Yeah, and
And
right now,
I
sure. So yeah, please go ahead. You were asking something.
yes, I want to share something very interesting. When I was doing my master's in history, I had done my master's in history from Sargodha University. At that time, I selected European history. European history, and I was attempting the very amazing thing is that I translated all the books in history into English, and then I attempted my English paper, and that went fantastic, and I won gold medal because of that. My that discovery, or you can say the experiment. And European histories books were not available at that time in my locality because I belong to a village. And then I just took the help of internet and I collected the material, I assembled it, and I gave so many experiments with this subject. And surprisingly, then the result was announced, and I was announced at the gold medalist. And I think that hard work pays you off. And if you can say that why I have started this channel, there is
Mhm.
a purpose because I was very good at Bahia Foundation College. I was enjoying the perks and the privileges as the head of department. There was no problem, but I thought that I am limiting my education. I am limiting my abilities and capabilities because I want to say that if a girl belonging to a village and can do all these things,
Mhm.
this is actually my achievements, and I want to show all the learners that if they don't have the resources, if they just want belong to a village or rural areas, they can win many things. But one thing is required, and that thing is the burning fire in your heart to become something, to do something.
Of course, like goal, purpose, and clear, purpose, because purpose always lead you to the direction where you will find the way. You would
Because
get the route. Yeah, everything. Wow, I can see you are very inspirational because it's never easy if you're coming from the rural area and if you're coming from countries like India, Pakistan,
and you
Bangladesh,
would be
you know.
surprised that in my family there was not even a single educated person, but it was my father's ambition, it was my father's hard work, and he wanted, and my grandfather often used to say that my granddaughter is a surprising daughter.
Wow, and you are
And
right.
when I recall, he is no more, but when I recall these words, I just say that even a grandfather, if I say these words to his granddaughter, then that granddaughter is really blessed one.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, I have question for you. I know still in India, still that we call that we have now women empowerment, but still, girls are facing lots of trouble. in education and other aspects of life too. So what is situation over there in your locality, in your area in Pakistan?
Very good question. And in fact, the real reality of our society, because Indo-Pakistan, we have the same society and the same realities are spreading over here also. Because girls are the women residing in the Indian society or in Pakistani society, they are facing the same challenges, same kind of hardships and difficulties. So I can say just say that if a girl has a willpower, if a girl want to do anything, she can defeat all the challenges. She can win over all the challenges. And I want to offer this example. And I still recall and I respect English with Dehati madam. She is running a fantastic YouTube channel, and I am greatly inspired because she is set an example for Indian women that even a woman who has no resources, who she and who is living in the society where no one is supporting her, but she took the step, and because of her ambition and because of her passion, she is running so much. She is running a successful YouTube channel.
Of course, of course. Uh, yes, so I understand, after all we say now we have everything, but still situation is not good. You told me you are totally from uneducated family where nobody knows how to read and write. There are no letter.
Yes.
So even I come from the same family. Like I am the first of from my whole generation. Not only I'm talking about my maternal, even I'm talking about my parental and like what do we say, maternal and paternal, both. Like my father's whole, if I talk about whole dynasty so far, and my Nanaji, my maternal father's whole dynasty, then we are the first generation who is educated, right? We are the first generation
In
who
fact,
came out from the
and
village, and yeah.
and sorry to interrupt you. One thing I want to mention here that our generation, because we belong to the same generation,
Mhm.
and our generation is the blessed generation in the sense that we got our clear destination. We got the clear why. We
Right.
wanted to achieve something. We wanted to change something in our lives, and this goes same for all the persons who have changed a little bit in their lives.
Yeah, still I think really potential and power lies in a far remote area of these countries. The hidden talent is there.
Yes.
I'm a teacher, so I came across many students so far. So when I compare the children coming from rural areas and children who is from urban areas, I feel quite a difference between them. I feel that yes, urban children who are in urban areas doing good because of the resources that they have, but the children who are coming from rural areas, they have potential, they have that zeal and enthusiasm, but they are lacking in resources somehow, because of the some foundation or family issues or family problems, or it might be financial challenge and lack of education made them lag behind. Otherwise they have great potential within themselves, right? So
And one thing I wanted to say here is that if we study the history of the world, and if we study the persons, the personalities, in fact, I would say, who have shaped the map of the world, they are those people who are not privileged,
of
who are
course,
not resourceful. And I often quote in my videos and I often quote to my students that if you want to achieve something, don't look at the resources, don't look at that thing which you cannot have. Only focus, only depend on the things which you have. Because the thing which you have can lead you far behind, far ahead. But if you are looking upon the thing which you don't have, will keep you far away from your destination.
of course it makes you frustrated sometimes. You don't feel like it is like something is missing inside yourself. You feel like you give that blame to the situation. Yes, I did not get that environment, that's why I'm not there. But when you start focusing on what you have right now, then you feel like, you have to do something. And if you are not going there, then it's your own responsibility. So instead of blaming the, whatever you do not
Um,
have, you start blaming yourself that yes, I have everything, I am not doing it, and then you take a steps. So yeah, it's truth.
if you have a brain, your body is correctly structured. It means you are a resourceful person.
Of course you are. Mhm. So what else apart from all these things? Like, tell me something new that I wouldn't have heard about your society or locality. Like some we say culture shock. So can you say me anything like that?
Cultural cultures are a little bit different from your culture, and our culture is specifically different, and our way of celebrating. But just say that cultures are just, if you see a vase decorated with the flowers, what makes a vase beautiful? Definitely the flowers which are decorating it. So cultures of all the world are of the word. If you say the word is a vase and cultures are just like its flowers. So I appreciate all the cultures, I adore all the cultures, and I have huge respect for the people, for the personalities, for the cultures, for the values, because I believe that in each culture, in each religion, in each and everything, there is the concept of goodness, there is the concept of well-being, there is the concept of humanism. So if we start seeing the things in this perspective, life would be much better than that comparing the different kinds of cultures.
I can understand you in depth about life. I can feel it like you are the person who has gone through lots of ups and downs in your life, because like sometimes the thing that we hold inside ourselves is, it comes from the situations or things we face in our life, right? So that's why you will see one thing, that the person who has struggled in their life, when they speak or they look at the world, they totally look at the world differently than those person who hasn't struggled in their life, because they do not know, and there's nothing inside them like those who has struggled in life, right? So I want to know, like, it would be very challenging, I understand, because you are coming from the Pakistan and remote area of Pakistan. You told you are a villager. So how did you start speaking English, and when this idea came in your mind that I want to be a good English speaker? You are a great English speaker, I have observed everything so far.
Okay, very good question. And I just felt nostalgia in my feelings because I was at 10th standard. I still remember. And I had the passion. And the very first summary which I stretched to a longest one was my mother. And you can believe that I had command over the tenses at that time. Tenses of mine were very good. I used to teach to my co-learners as well at that time at 10th standard. And because of the tenses, and I utilized all these tenses, and I have that kind of obsession. You can say that when I was in my yearly period, when I was in my free period or free life, I used to talk to myself, even the simple basic structured sentences. And you might be surprised that I would compare in my mother's summary, I used to compare my mother with the flowers, with the garden, with the sky, because I just see that I am closing, or I am assembling, or I am resembling my mother with all those things, with who can give them protection, or who are supporting us for our well-being. So this was my period when I started structuring the simple sentences, from simple present to simple past, from simple past to simple future. I would describe each and everything coming across in my way, because there was a huge and long track to my school, and we used to walk on foot. And there was a bridge, there was a canal uh, on our way, and we used to cross the bridge. And I had this mentality, you can say that I was not concerned with my surrounding. I was not concerned who was saying this or who was saying that. I used to speak to myself a little bit about the trees, about the plants, about the river, about the canal which was flowing on my way. I used to talk about the flowing capacity of the water, which
Uh,
you can where it is going fast, where it is going slow, and I would compare it with life. When we have so many things, it is like flowing water, and when it's restriction, I would compare these are the failures, and I would encourage myself that this is the enclosure path, or this is the failure path. I have to cross it to the flowing water. These kind of things I would often narrate to myself.
I could see one thing, that you were a great observer, and not only the observer, like you were interested in natural things too, like the way you narrated. Yeah, you were not only doing it for learning English, but to enjoy, right? Sometimes even I pass by trees and birds, I observe everything keenly, and if I feel like translating in my mind, yes, I start talking about it, because I know I need to improve my English. So I just start translating my thoughts, or like a feeling in English, so I could, improve my English too. So that's what you were doing, perhaps, like you were
Or
translating every
another
thought, how water
interesting
is. Mhm.
Another interesting event erupted when my teacher during my BA got the serious throat disease, and she used to say that, Gulnaz, you have to give a lecture to the 12th standard. 12th standard maximum approximately 265 or 266 girls at that time in government college. At first time, I was just surprised, and I just said to my teacher, ma'am, can I deliver? That was the turning point, or that was the epoch making history in my life. I just said, can I, ma'am, deliver? Ma'am, and she looked at me and she just said, you can deliver. You can deliver. So I used to prepare the lecture from that specific book. Apart from that specific book, I used to collect the book from the library, and I used to sit on the ground. In my free period, I used to jot down the different kinds of points from this book, specific syllabus book, and the book which I have collected from the library. Then I jot down the points on the paper. After that, I used to give a lecture to myself as I would deliver to the girls. And it was my privilege. It was the kind of respect which I gained for the first time in my college. And it was the, because I don't say that girls of my class didn't have the capacity, but the teacher of mine chose me. It was a great respect for me, and I still remember and I still regard my dad teacher, who saw a potential or ability in me, and that's why she assigned me such a great task.
Wow, yeah, awesome story, and it is memorable for you even today. I know you would have done many wonderful works after too, but still you remember that one because it was quite early days in your career, right?
Yes. And you know that it is my first session, my first English conversation session, and I don't even know how to record the Skype. I have downloaded with the help of my brother at Gujranwala. He just, did all Microsoft or this and that, and I don't know anything. And you will be surprised that for a long time I was uploading the videos. I didn't know how to do the SEO, how to make a thumbnail. I used to say my brother that, can you say it for me? And when my 1000 subscribers were completed, I was shocked, because I was doing it for the welfare of others. And one of the comments I received at that time, and that commentator just said, ma'am, it's your passion. for such a long period of time you stay consistent. And I just replied that it is not for the passion, it was my burning desire, because passions motivation die out for some time. You are consistent, you are persistent for a short period of time if you are highly motivated. But if you have a rich burning, I would always say it burning, because when you have this thing in your personality, you cannot stop. Whether you are, and I often say that if I receive only the one comment, if I receive only the one view on my channel, I would work for that one view.
Wow, I can see it. So, when did you started your YouTube channel? When did you
Back
start?
here 4 years back. 4 years back.
2 years back. Okay,
Four
so
years back, and
in
I
2020.
uploaded the syllabus of ninth, syllabus of 10th, all the tenses, all active, passive, all direct, indirect, each and everything related to that.
Okay, so in 2021, around 2021, right?
Yes,
During lockdown.
yes.
Was there lockdown in your country too?
Yes, it was perceived and observed almost all the world was closed due to that enclosure of lockdown.
So, what made you to start your channel first? Like you told me something like you had always been passionate about helping others. I understand, but still sometimes
I wanted
that one
to,
trigger point.
one trigger point was that I have all the things. I was not a resourceful girl, but I achieved that distinction, all the distinctions, all the achievements, and I wanted to show all the girls who are just having this overthinking that they cannot do anything. They don't have any kind of resources, they don't have any kind of money, and they are belonging to a real rural or backward area, because most of the things come from our mentality, you can say mindset. So I want
Mind.
to change the mindset of that you have to struggle till the time there is the ringing of bell that you are a successful person.
Great thought. Yeah. So yes, I we also talked previously that success matters on your attitude, not on the resources. So if you even if you have great resources, you do not have clear goal or that positive attitude, then you cannot win over the situations, right? And if you have the attitude, right, positive mindset, and you want to do something, then hundreds of the bad situations will teach you lessons, new lessons. It is not going to,
So
you
I
know,
say that no
deviate you.
stumbling block can block you. If you have this desire to become something, no force in the world can stop you. But if you have all the things but you don't have any ambition, you don't have any passion, nothing can drive you to your direction or destination.
Yeah, it's the truth. And
it's
that's
it's my first session, but great session with you, sir.
a great session, ma'am. Very great session with you as well. I loved talking with you, to be honest. Sometimes I do not find mature person, right? I mean, you understand the maturity means, growing up is not maturity. We sometimes think, we have grown up, we are of 40, 30, or
Become
uh,
mature, even we are youngest, or even we are in during our childhood age, but sometimes we do not get maturity even we reach the age of old.
So reaching the age is not measure of maturity. I have felt in my life so far. So even one can be of 60 but still childlike. I mean, childlike means he doesn't have sense how, lots of senses of the world. But other can be at 40, 15, 16, teenagers, but can have that sense. So totally life is different thing. Yeah, so that's always, it is difficult to find the mature person or the level of maturity that person shows. So I really loved talking with you, and I enjoyed the whole
Thank
talk so far. And I think this session is full of motivation too, because we talked about the challenges most of the often, and the adversity that comes in our life. And it not but a great person or a person who is brave always win over the adversity. They conquer it and they go ahead in their life.
Yes. When I was thinking about to start a conversation, I was thinking what kind of personality would it be? Would it be a mature or strong-minded person? What kind of conversation it would take place? That's why I asked you about the topic as well. But
You
as
had
a
asked
start,
me in message.
it is very sad.
But I'm kind of person, I never spoke about any topic, like not prepared. I mean, I talked about so many things so far, but I never prepared about it. So I'm totally unprepared person, and I love talking without any purpose, without any preparation. Just I speak out my
Without
mind.
preparation, often do the best.
Yeah, it does
Because
the
when
best.
we have structured the boundaries, we often remain on in those boundaries, and we do not think freely and loyally. We are stick to those points that I have to ask this, I have to ask that.
And that's what, if you forget few points, then whole conversation goes out of the track. It happens like when
Yes.
you have a script and you have scripted everything, then sometimes what happens, you if you do not perform according to the script, then everything ruined. So that's why without conversation, without a script is better, and we have freedom to express ourselves in any sort of directions, right?
Because the
So
basic idea is to express, to articulate your thought in the well structured way with the proper usage of different kind of sentences and with correct grammar. If you are doing that, then it's fine to talk about anything in the world.
yeah, of course.
And the last point, thank you so much. And the last point is that can you provide me the video of this?
Like you can download yourself. There would be, if you go and click on the video, then there will be option which will show you save. So if you'll click on that, it will be saved in your gallery automatically.
As I told you earlier, I don't know anything about even the ABC of this Skype and all these things. That's why I am saying you.
It's very
And
easy to use. It is one of the easiest application to be used. Like just when the session will end, after a few minutes, you will see a recording there. So you have to just click on the recording. Once recording will start playing, you will see three dots in the right corner, and you have to click on three dots, and you will get the option of save. You will save. Just click on the save. After sometimes it will be in your gallery. It will be downloaded.
okay, I didn't have saved this. Now the question is, how can I get this video?
Because if I'm saving the video or recording the video, it means it is getting recorded for both of us. Skype is,
Okay, thank you.
and you would be seeing that in your side, that it would show recording. It is
Yes, sir.
getting record. It shows you recording. So if I would be only recording, then it will not show in your size. It shows in your size, but like it is getting recorded both sides. So you don't need to worry. It will be on your side and my side as well. So you
Because
can
it's my
upload on
first
your channel.
semester and
I
I
can
just
upload.
want to show my eldest kid Rohan because he was eager enough. He just wanted that, ma'am, Mama, should I sit beside you? I just said that just wait, I would show it to you later that how it went well because he was excited that I was talking to an Indian educator or Indian trainer. He wanted to share that how it would be.
Okay, you should have, you should have allowed him so I could have met him anyway. But no
Uh,
problem.
can you pause the video or something like that?
Okay, so let me stop recording. Hi.
Hello. Hi, how
Yeah,
are you?
I'm well. I'm doing awesome. Thank you. How are you?
I am fine. What about you?
Doing awesome, doing well. So, in which class do you study?
Uh, okay, thanks. Good night, please.
Good night. I asked you in which class do you study?
Fifth.
Fifth. Which is your favorite subject?
Math.
Okay, great. You're good at mathematics. So now you met me. Any question that you want to ask me?
No.
No question. Okay, great. Okay,
Okay, thank you so much.
thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
Allah Hafiz.